Hi everyone, welcome to another live. And this one, as it was yesterday, this one is for business owners again. And this one is about knowing and facing your fears. When I speak to people, when I speak to business owners that are my clients, my friends, people I just connect with and network with, I sense very often that they are scared, and they are, and they commit to being scared of numbers. And that's the reason why they don't look into it. They say, there's this story in their head, I'm not good with numbers. It normally comes from our childhood when we did something wrong at maths, when we were not brilliant with maths. But being not good with maths doesn't mean that you will not be good with numbers in your business. That's two totally different things. And by the way, why would a comment made to a 7, 8 year old was supposed to dictate how you live your life now in your 20s, 30s, 40s? That's very cruel, isn't it? But that's how we react. That's how our brain reacts, and that's something that we need to work on, because this disconnect is very apparent, and it's actually very damaging to any business. If you don't pay attention to what's happening in your business, you've got very little chances of success in the business. Look at all the big guys. Look at people who inspire you in business. Look at your mentors, your coaches. They know what's happening in their business. They know the top level numbers in their business. They understand how the numbers arrived, and they understand how to influence those numbers, because numbers tell a story in business. Always, always, always. They do say a story. We just need to be brave enough to look into them and to want to understand that story. Most people stay away from it, and most people kind of do a approach where they hide away. They pretend it's not there. They pretend they don't have to know. They assume, or they delegate in inverted commas, the authority to their accountant to look into it for them. But it's not your accountant's business, it's your business. So why would accountant care about your numbers? Would accountant care if your income dropped by 50%? Maybe if their fee is related to your income. But if it's not, they'll probably not spot it that month. They will spot it 2 months later, or they will spot it when they are doing you some sort of tax return or something like that. If they do at all. It's your business, and as a business owner, you need to be on top of it. You need to understand what's happening. And for me, knowing your numbers, it's not about knowing the nitty-gritty, knowing all the details behind, and knowing absolutely everything that's happening. For me, knowing the numbers is what I practice and preach with my clients. It's doing the high level check in your business, and it's asking the questions. This is knowing your numbers for me. It's asking, why my income gone up by 20% this month? Or why has it dropped 20% this month? What has happened? What made this movement? And you will realize, oh, it's the new service I implemented, or oh, it's the Facebook ads that I did this month, or maybe it's, oh, I employed a new business development manager. Whatever it is, you need to know the answer. And this is the key. This is the key to your business finances. Now, the same with your expenses. You want to go through your expenses, understand, why is the subscription line higher than ever? Why is my staff expenses lower than ever? What's happened? I still employ the same number of people. Mistakes happen as well. That's what I'm seeing very often. Accountants, because they don't know your business too well, they are not part of your business as such. Sometimes they will make a mistake. They will put expenses in the wrong place, or they will not post an expense. And they don't know that it's missing. They wouldn't spot it probably. It's you as a business owner. You know, and you should see, something is not right. I still have got the same number of employees, so my expenses for employees should be exactly the same as previous month. And it happens. If you think that this doesn't happen in a business, it does. I see it over and over again. And as business owners, we have to be able to be proactive about it. We cannot wait till the end of financial year for our accountant to come over and say, oh, this is your profit, this is your income, this is your profit, this is how much tax you have to pay, bye. That's not how it should run. If you run your business this way, you run your business as a reactive business owner and you have no control over it whatsoever. Because imagine if you look into your numbers every single month. You've got control, you know what's happening, you can make better decisions in business, you can actually influence those numbers. If you don't look into your numbers for 12 months and then you wait for your accountant to give you the result, you're basically done and doomed. There's nothing you can do about it anymore. You know, the tax year is finished. You can't influence those numbers anymore. And that's not great. That is not great. It's the position you don't want to be finding yourself in. Now, I had a client very recently, and she was making good money, and she was worried about money as well. And since she started working with me, she started being on top of her numbers. She started tracking what's happening in her business. And what she realized was that she actually made 40% more in that year than in prior year. But she actually didn't realize this during the year. She only realized it when we started working together, which was towards the end of the year. And she said that had she known that her income is going so up, it's increasing, she wouldn't be so stressed about it. She would make bit different decisions in business as well. That's the power of numbers. The numbers will always tell you a story, absolutely every single time. You just need to be willing to listen. You just need to be willing to take this next step, to be brave, to open your eyes, open your mind, and want to listen. You need to be able to take a pen and paper and write down some things, write down some questions. You don't have to go and find the answers yourself. You can delegate it. You can ask other people to find out for you. But you need to be the right person to ask the questions. And you need to be asking the right questions as well. And for me, that's so powerful. This is so amazing. Because when I see businesses grow from, £3,000 a month to £10,000 a month, just by asking the right questions, by getting the right answers, and by doing the things that work. That's amazing. Now, I've got clients who jump from £50,000 a month to £75,000, £80,000 a month. But they do exactly the same. They ask the right questions and they take action. Get the answers and take the action, obviously. It doesn't matter what level of income you're at the moment. Because if you don't do this basic stuff at the beginning of your journey, when you're only making, when you're making £3,000 to £5,000 a month, you will not be asking those questions when you will be making 50 grand, if you will ever get there. Because it will be much more difficult for you to get to 50 grand a month if you're not asking the right questions. Yes, you will probably get there as well, but it will take you longer and it will be much more painful. What are the numbers in your business that you're tracking, if anything? Let me know. I would love to know in the comments, because for me it's really important that you understand what you need to be tracking, why it's important, and how to do it properly. I'll talk to you again soon. Thanks very much.